Good evening. I'm Elliot Rodriguez.
And I'm Lauren Pastrana. Thank you for joining us. We have live team coverage tonight with reports from CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner.
And Chelsea Jones will begin with Chelsea live from Miami International Airport, where the first flights from Reagan Washington National Airport have just landed. And Chelsea, what are you hearing?
Well, Elliot and Lauren, I'm hearing the same things from everyone. They really are using that word of eerie. It's just in the air there in D.C. And for perspective, DCA is the only airport in the nation's capital. It is busy. It has a short runway, shorter than most, and it is the busiest airport runway in the country. But tonight, people are mourning. They are thinking of those 67 people who were lost.
Flying in DCA is I would say that's one of the most craziest ways to land because it's right there in the water.
There are no survivors of this mid-air collision that ended in the frigid Potomac River and forced DCA to close. Allison was there when it reopened. She was on the first and only flight to Fort Lauderdale Thursday.
It was surreal. It was really eerie at the airport today.
American Eagle Flight 5342, heading from Wichita, Kansas, had 64 people on board. It was only minutes from touching down in Washington, D.C., until a military Black Hawk with 3 soldiers on board slammed right into it. The NTSB will have its first report in 30 days.
We don't know why the military aircraft came into the path of the PSA aircraft.
Now a recovery mission. The days ahead will be long.
It was basically every waking moment for 2 months. We were in recovery mode.
Gregory Krall was a first responder of the ValueJet crash of 1996. He said the swamp-like conditions were a challenge then, like the cold and dark temperatures in D.C. He says there will be additional challenges.
They have trouble maybe cordoning off the area. We even had that out in the Everglades, and the Everglades is pretty remote. And even we still had to make sure we had a tight perimeter.
The Department of the Army says that the Black Hawk helicopter was operated by a very experienced military crew. Sources tell CBS News only one air traffic controller was managing helicopter and planes from the Reagan National Air Tower, a job normally done by 2 people.
What I'm so mystified about is that they didn't actually visually see the aircraft coming into their flight path, and at this particular junction, from what we know and see in the video, turn to the left to, in essence, go around the rear.
Aviation attorney and former Air Force fighter pilot Willard Shepard says the airspace around Reagan is limited.
There can be even directions from the controller, but if there is an aircraft that is in your path and there is a danger, you must always see and then take every action you can for evasive action to avoid.
People landing in South Florida are on heightened alert.
Different just because it feels everybody's energy. They're kind of sad. When we did take off, everybody was looking out the window to see if they saw anything in the water.
And at this hour, we have new information from authorities who say that they have recovered 40 bodies intact. What they say is that they believe that is all they can retrieve at this point safely, and they will suspend recovery operations at dusk and will resume in the morning. And additionally, we know that some of the victims on board that plane were U.S. figure skaters, a part of a club out of Boston. We are live tonight from Miami International Airport. I'm Chelsea Jones, CBS News, Miami.
So sad, Chelsea. Thank you.